The man was hanging in midair, tied by the natives, with a crocodile pit beneath him. He was filled with intense fear, thinking that he was about to die. Suddenly, an explosion sounded, and a shadow emerged from the smoke. It was Alexander, the guide Charles had hired earlier. Upon seeing him, the high priest immediately fled with his men. It turned out that Alexander was actually the leader of the tribe, and the natives all knelt and worshipped him. Thanks to Alexander, Charles's life was spared. However, the misfortune was far from over. A German artillery attack struck the natives' camp, and indiscriminate gunfire ensued. Fortunately, the natives had set up numerous traps, which temporarily slowed the German advance. Meanwhile, the high priest took advantage of the chaos and kidnapped Amy and the others, dragging them to a hidden cave, where he planned to pour lava over Amy's head. Charles and Alexander arrived just in time, threw the traitor into the lava pit, and successfully rescued Amy. The high priest tried to flee, and the three of them pursued him. They accidentally discovered King Solomon's treasure room. Seeing the enormous diamonds, Amy was ecstatic. However, they were unaware that they had fallen into the high priest's trap and were now trapped in the secret chamber. The ceiling began to lower, and Charles tried to hold it up with his body, but it was futile. The two of them narrowly escaped death, barely managing to take cover by a chest. Soon, river water began flooding the chamber, and in just a few seconds, they were submerged. Just then, an explosion rang out, and they managed to escape through the floodwaters. It turned out that the German army had inadvertently saved them by blowing open the door. The general was overjoyed by the treasure in the chamber, but his partner intended to take it all for himself. The two men argued fiercely, and as the cave collapsed due to the explosion, they were buried by falling rocks. Alexander also caught up with the high priest. With no escape route left, the high priest jumped into a deep well and was ultimately burned to ashes by the lava. The three managed to escape just before the cave collapsed, but Solomon's treasure remained forever buried underground.